Every day, business and support workers solve problems that keep the business going. But how do managers know what's working, slowing the company down, or what parts to invest in? The answer is support worker metrics. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. This is one of the biggest foundations behind metrics. Um, a lot of things go into measuring it, and a lot of things go into improving it. In today's presentation, some of the learning objectives we'll go through, we'll talk about why do metrics have significance in help desk management, what metrics are used by managers, how to actually improve metrics and going about actually obtaining these metrics, what are some help desk metric analyzation software that managers use as time has gone on, websites and other ways to streamline getting these metrics has become very accessible to businesses. And then lastly, what are some successful organizations that use metrics that you may know? So to continue, these numbers indicate the overall performance, challenges, and efficiency of the team. Today we'll look into why these matter and how managers use these to improve business. But why do these matter to you? Even just outside of help support metrics, metrics have always been used in other retail stores and everything like that, whether it be collecting these via spreadsheets, timesheets, or service logs. And these metrics include both quantitative data like attendance and other factors that they may be, measuring, and also qualitative data like client feedback and things that the customer or your employees feel like need to be improved on. Help desk workers deal with a lot of metrics and is used all the time by managers to analyze performance. Every business uses performance metrics in one sense or another to get an overview of performance and mainly just an overview of what the employee's performance is. Collecting metrics ensures individual and team performance aligns with the company's goal or mission statement. One of the biggest parts of metrics is setting goals and getting to that mission statement, and metrics helps that greatly. Also, another aspect is it produces accountability but also recognizes high performance. Metrics isn't just about making an employee or worker feel bad if they have a weakness in a certain spot. It's also about improving strengths and recognizing those strengths as well. So it helps the employees take accountability saying, hey, I may not be doing good on this certain aspect of the business, and this shows in my metrics, but I'm also doing really good in this aspect, which shows in this metrics. It's not just, putting an employee on a pedestal and, critiquing their strengths and weaknesses. It's just about improving them. So, why metrics have a significance in help desk management in general is support workers are the key role in efficiency, customer satisfaction, and service quality. To maintaining these metrics is super important to support workers and just managers and help desk management in general. It's used to evaluate productivity, and another aspect is to see what roles need training and to spread workload evenly. You know, if you look at a certain team, and they may need training or something along those lines, you can look at metrics to base those needs on what you see. So if a certain role or sector is struggling, that may indicate to the manager, hey, I need to invest some more time and money or training into this section to improve metrics. So, like I said, managers can make informed and evidence based decisions based on collected metrics that may benefit both employees and clients.
Some metrics that managers can use include first response time, or FRT, resolution time, or customer satisfaction, also known as CSAT. These metrics are usually used by managers, but they can also be used by the press or the World Wide Web in order to compare organizations and businesses as to how well they respond to customers. On the back end, more so, are ticket volume, the customer effort score, or the agent utilization rate. A lot of these metrics are used for the ongoing improvement of customers and employee experiences alike. They are improvements that we can measure in real time as we set goals and seek to meet them. They also help recognize where we are strong or not as strong, especially for support workers. If our formatting is very clear to read, but the information itself is not understandable or too technical, these surveys and these metrics can help show us what we need to do specifically to improve, rather than just overall saying that we're doing great or we're not doing as great. Metrics help us set goals in order to improve, and we know what we have to improve. We can set goals. For example, going back to the earlier example, if our language is too technical, we can set a goal to rewrite what our website says or what our support ticket says in order to make it appealing to the general consumer. It helps us receive updates on every ticket experience. Users are able to update the support worker on how they feel in the moment and how they feel towards the company after the ticket has been resolved. It helps us consistently meet expectations, not only for managers or for the higher ups, but also for the consumers. If we, as support workers, are able to meet their expectations, they are more likely to come back.
So, qualitative versus quantitative when it comes to metrics is super important. Qualitative is the subjective metrics. This collects the why behind the numerical data. Open-ended survey responses, interviews, user feedback is what is used from the managers to get a sense of how employees may feel on certain topics or way the business is flowing. This can be used to improve things like, morale and all of that whenever it comes to qualitative. So it's used for humanizing the data, finding the root cause and explaining why something may or may not work for a user. It's not always just, hey, they may not be good at this certain thing. There may be other issues that relate to why their performance may be hindering. Quantitative data is the objective metrics. This focuses on numerical data. How much, how many. So this can include website survey traffic, completion rates, and just looking at tickets. This is what is used to get the numeral performance based on employees. So how something may happen, how many times it happens, predicting user responses all goes into quantitative data. Another major aspect of support and help desk roles is that first response time. This is the interaction or initial contact between a customer and first support agent reply. This is a super important aspect whenever it comes to help desk management. And this can, tie into metrics, and improving that first response time can help businesses be more efficient and lead to more customer satisfaction whenever you're working to improve that first response time. This is calculated by the time of the first reply, minus the time the ticket was open. Improving this can really improve the outlook that the customer has on the company and the agent itself. This is such an important aspect to metrics. On the other hand, the resolution time is just the average time it takes for a ticket to be completed. But uh, don't get me wrong, this is just as important as first response time. As a help desk company, time is not always the most important factor, but support agents' average resolution time is a very key indicator into performance. If an agent is taking super long, especially on something that may seem simple on paper, could indicate that that user is struggling and may need some help.
Another one of our metrics is the customer satisfaction score, or the CSAT. It's a sort of survey that's pretty common, and it measures the customer's individual experience with anything that we offer. It helps businesses narrow down what is considered satisfying or unsatisfying to a customer. More often than not, as we can see on the screen, it's a gauge from a very frowny face or a very happy face with very unsatisfied, unsatisfied, neutral, satisfied, or very satisfied. And that sort of qualitative evidence can help us ascertain what is something people enjoy and what is something people wish we could do differently. Many factors tie into the final CSAT score, such as resolution time or first response time. Those sort of first impressions can make a customer respond differently to a CSAT. For additional metrics, we also have ticket volume, which can refer to the number of open tickets in a day, the number of closed tickets total, or the number of tickets we as support workers can go through in a day. We also go through the customer effort score. How long does a customer spend with us? How much time do they spend on the ticket? And are they giving us one word answers for open ended things, or are they giving us paragraphs? Are they really getting into what we need to do to improve? It also goes to the agent utilization rate. How many agents are able to respond to tickets in a timely manner? How many people are not? How many people are taking longer to fix smaller issues than they could be for larger issues?